बहुत बड़ी achievement थी to actually have people, be happy after the conference, because a lot of anything that could go wrong went wrong during that time. You need to change the image of what people say about Pakistan, of what people think about Islam as well.
पॉलिटिक्स और ब्यूरोक्रेसी में नौजवानों की जो शमूलियत है वो कितना ज़्यादा इम्पैक्ट क्रिएट कर सकती है?
हर फील्ड में there has to be issues that women have to face.
तो क्या आपको लगता है कि आपके लिए बहुत सारी आसानियाँ पैदा हो गई जस्ट बिकॉज योर फैमिली वॉज ऑलरेडी पार्ट ऑफ द पॉलिटिक्स?
Or if I'm going through something bad in my life and something happens, I always open the Quran.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम, वी एक्सक्लूसिव के साथ मैं हूँ सुनैरा रफ़ी और आज हमारे साथ जो शख्सियत मौजूद हैं इनका नाम मिसबा खर है और इनका ताल्लुक़ ब्यूरोक्रेसी से है। ये चेयरमैन सेनेट की मुशीर हैं और IAC के एम्बेसडर भी हैं। तो आज हम इनसे मुख्तलिफ मौज़ूआत पर बात करेंगे। अस्सलाम वालेकुम, कैसी हैं आप?
थैंक यू। अस्सलाम वालेकुम सुनैरा।
थैंक यू सो मच फॉर गिविंग अस योर प्रीशियस टाइम। हम स्टार्ट करते हैं IAC से। आप IAC के एम्बेसडर हैं। IAC क्या है, इस हवाले से बताइएगा।
बेसिकली IAC एक मल्टीलैटरल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है जो रिसेंटली कॉन्स्टिट्यूटेड हुई थी सियोल के अंदर। सो द आइडिया ऑफ IAC इज़ बेसिकली ब्रिंगिंग द वर्ल्ड टुगेदर टू एड्रेस टुडेज़ ग्लोबल क्राइसिस। जो आपको पता है कि हमारी दुनिया किस चीज़ों से गुजर रही है, एंड वट एवर द ग्लोबल क्राइसिस आर, विच इज़ क्लाइमेट फ्रेगमेंटेशन, विच इज़ इकोनॉमिक फ्रेगमेंटेशन, climate resilience, then we have inequality. So all these major issues के लिए हमें we needed a new platform which was contemporary in design and in spirit. तो उसकी वजह से IAC was constituted. And recently, as you know, Pakistan hosted its first inaugural session, and whatever the first inaugural conference that took place was in Pakistan.
That's very nice. आप मुझे ये बताइएगा कि पाकिस्तान को इससे क्या फ़ायदा होगा?
See, so basically, let me just tell you a little bit about it. Is at the moment we have 45 speakers on it. It's called the Speakers Inter-Parliamentary Speakers Conference, और पाकिस्तान ने इसको host किया था, which marked a defining moment in Pakistan's diplomatic history. तो हमारे पास जो आए थे, we had the Global South and Global North, and we had 38 nations, and we had international organizations representatives, and we had speakers, deputy speakers, we had parliamentarians, and then we had 2 ex-former presidents as well attend this conference. So this is like a huge, very big milestone for Pakistan, because we've never had such a momentous gathering ever take place. Okay. और इसके अंदर I'm just going to name a few countries that actually took part in it. For the Middle East, Africa, Asia, Europe, Central Asia, Latin American, and then on top of my head I would say Qatar, Saudi Arabia, UAE, Morocco, Palestine, Malaysia, Maldives, Azerbaijan, Uzbekistan, and Turkey, Russia. So you have Cambodia, then you have Cameroon. Yes, as you can well imagine. Somalia, then we have everything that under the sun you can imagine was participating in this conference. So this was like a really, really big milestone for Pakistan.
No doubt.
And then we also had like representative from Universal Peace Federation, and we had the head of Washington Times as well, and he delivered a really wonderful speech. As you know, the theme of the conference was peace, security, and stability. The speakers agreed that the progress in one area is inseparable from the progress from the other area. So that's where the 3 of them had to be addressed all together. And without peace, there is no security. Without security, there is no development. So that's why I think the theme of the conference was extremely important. And all the participants who actually participated in this, all the dignitaries, they agreed that this was a timely conference, and this was very wonderful idea to have this under Pakistan. And because Pakistan is one, that country who's always been looked in as one of the terrorist state, and has always been hit by terrorism as well. So and when the entire dignitaries were here and when this conference was taking place, you recently know what happened in Islamabad, right?
Exactly.
But despite all that, can you imagine that everybody stood by us? They did not leave. They participated in the entire conference, and they actually continued to stay in the second day as well, and they actually ended with the Islamabad communique. So Islamabad communique was the outcome of this entire conference, which was extremely important as well. So what is the Islamabad communique? Let me just tell you. So this was one of the most major document, which outlines the cooperative approach on addressing terrorism, climate change, economic inequality, and cyber threats, xenophobia, and Islamic phobia. So these were the things which came out of the Islamabad communique, which was the result of this entire conference. And everybody who participated actually adopted this communique as well. So which was like a success story for Pakistan.
You mentioned Islamophobia.
Islamophobia, yes.
Islamophobia की अगर हम बात करते हैं तो पाकिस्तान बहुत अरसे से मतलब लाइक जितने भी मुस्लिम कंट्रीज़ हैं, मुस्लिम्स हैं, वो इससे अफेक्ट हो रहे हैं. तो आपको क्या लगता है कि इसको कैसे ओवरकम किया जा सकता है?
I think देखिए one of the reason is that Islamophobia has to be addressed. So I always tell people that don't glorify your issues. We always glorifying. The most of the conferences that take place, have you noticed that we speak about a lot of issues taking place, but do you address the problems? What is the problem? The core problem of Islamophobia is the extremists and the people who are giving a bad image to our not just to our country or to a nation, but to our religion. Okay, and for that, the way we have to collectively resolve this issue. So for that, you need to change the image of what people say about Pakistan, of what people think about Islam as well. You see, Islam is a very modern religion. It's not conservative, but because of certain people, and let's not go back to 9/11 issue. That's where all this started. But if you actually go to the depth of 9/11 as well, where did it all start from? Who was Osama bin Laden? And, you know, how did this happen? So everybody knows the history about it. So unfortunately, I think people have to be educated. They need to educate themselves. And we, the people of Islam, need to spread the word that, you know, it is a modern religion. We need to change the image of our religion.
क्लाइमेट, सिक्योरिटी इश्यूज़, ये सारी चीज़ें पाकिस्तान जो है ना, इन चीज़ों से बहुत मुश्किल से, पाकिस्तान के लिए बहुत मुश्किल हो गया कूप अप करना ना इन चीज़ों से. तो आपको क्या लगता है कि इस तरह की कॉन्फ्रेंसेस कितना ज़्यादा इम्पैक्ट क्रिएट करती हैं एक बेहतरी की तरफ जाने में?
देखिए, बहुत ज़्यादा इम्पैक्ट करती हैं. आप ये देखें कि जब आप ऐसे कॉन्फ्रेंसेस करते हैं एंड यू ब्रिंग द वर्ल्ड टुगेदर, पीपल हु स्पीकर्स, डेप्टी स्पीकर्स एंड पार्टिसिपेंट्स फ्रॉम ऑल अराउंड द वर्ल्ड हु केम टू पाकिस्तान, वाज सम ऑफ देम वाज द फर्स्ट टाइम एक्चुअली कमिंग टू दिस कंट्री. तो जब तक आप हमारे मुल्क को नहीं देखेंगे, हाउ विल दैट चेंज योर इमेज? सो दिस एक्चुअली बिल्ड्स अ डिफरेंट सॉफ्ट इमेज ऑफ पाकिस्तान एज वेल, दैट वी आर अ फ्रेंडली नेशन, वी आर ओपन माइंडेड, वी आर प्रोग्रेसिव नेशन एज वेल, एंड वी आर अ फॉरवर्ड लुकिंग नेशन. तो ये सब कुछ आप तभी देख सकते हैं व्हेन यू ब्रिंग पीपल टू योर कंट्री. तो हमारे जब तक ऐसी कॉन्फ्रेंसेस नहीं होंगी एंड वी डोंट ब्रिंग पीपल टू पाकिस्तान एंड डोंट सी इट, दिस इज़ जस्ट समथिंग, यू नो, दे हैव अ बैड इमेज ऑफ अस बिकॉज, यू नो, इंटरनेशनल मीडिया में आपको पता है कि व्हाट दे टॉक अबाउट पाकिस्तान एंड what the agenda behind it is. So I think we have to have more conferences like this, and this will actually open up new doors for capacity building, for partnerships, and it will change the image of Pakistan. So I think everybody who came had something very positive to speak about our country, and they loved the hospitality, they loved that how developed Islamabad is. So, you know, a lot of positive things came out of it, and, you know, this actually opens up new doors for, you know, new ideas and new doors for capacity building, partnerships, and then, you know, economic growth इसी से हो जाती है डेवलपमेंट के लिए. So everything, mashallah, that happened. The conference was really, really amazing.
आप IAC एम्बेसडर हैं, आपके लिए सबसे बड़ा चैलेंज क्या था इस सब में?
To be honest, if I really want to be honest about this, I think I had an amazing team who really supported us. The Senate really stood by us, and Pakistan was, like, you know, coming together to host this conference. Obviously, this was under the visionary region of Chairman Senate Sayyid Yusra Gilani. ये उनका आइडिया था, and but हमारे पास एक बहुत अच्छी टीम थी. तो I'm, you know, heads on to the great team of Senate, which I think one of the you know, good thing was that we had our DG protocol, Tariq bin Wahid. He's been one of really good, and he's been very cooperative as well, and he's been, you know, very active with this whole thing. I think it all depends on having a great team. हमारी मीडिया बहुत अच्छी थी, हमारे पास we have amazing people, by the way. But unfortunately we don't even get the chance to actually, you know, show the capabilities that we have, or, you know, we have all the brain, or we have the most intelligent people working in the Senate or in the government as well. तो ये हमारे लिए, I think, एक ऐसा platform था which the entire Pakistan came together to host this. So when I see this, I see that, you know, when it comes to national cause, Pakistan stands united. You know, हमारे speakers आए, हमारे Prime Minister showed, you know, graced us in the inaugural ceremony. The President hosted a dinner. And so ये, when you see this and you see the unity in Pakistan, then you do understand that, you know, we are a strong nation, and we support each other on international forums, and we like to stand united if it comes to the good and the progressive, you know, things for Pakistan. That's why.
यू आर राइट, बट मेरा क्वेश्चन फिर भी वहीं पे है. ऑफकोर्स आपके पास बहुत अच्छी टीम होगी, आप ऑफकोर्स टीम वर्क था, लेकिन एक बहुत बड़ी कॉन्फ्रेंस थी, और सारी चीज़ों को मैनेज करना और सब कुछ देखना, आपके जो टास्क थे, उसमें आपको सबसे बड़ा चैलेंज क्या लगा?
आई थिंक सबसे बड़ा चैलेंज ये था to bring them all back, to bring everybody to Pakistan, to get these dignitaries to come to Pakistan to actually be part of this conference. And most of them were speakers and deputy speakers. So these people have the calendar full for like, you know, वो 6 महीने से उनके पास time नहीं होता. So I think which was the biggest challenge was convincing everybody to come down to Pakistan was the only challenge we had.
जब सब आ गए और कॉन्फ्रेंस हो गई
जी.
तो कितनी खुशी फील होती है उस सक्सेस पे?
Honestly, I'm very happy that what they have taken back with themselves. So I wish you could have, I don't know right now, you can't, but you have to see those little clips when people were leaving for the airport and they were standing there and the things they had to say about our country was like a big achievement for me. To feel that happiness, the hospitality. I mean, they loved the hospitality. They were like, you know, Pakistan is, you know, there were some speakers who actually delayed their flight because they wanted to spend a little more time and explore the country as well.
Nice.
So we feel like they all want to come back again, and they kept saying that, you know, whenever you have this conference again, please let us know, we want to be part of it. So I think I got a lot of new members as well. So I think that was the biggest
और यही
achievement.
सबसे बड़ी अचीवमेंट
ये
है,
बहुत बड़ी
of
achievement
course.
थी to actually have
Definitely.
people, you know, be happy after the conference because a lot of anything that could go wrong went wrong during that time. And then uske bawajood, when we had people giving their support, standing by us and actually giving a really positive response to this. So I think that was the biggest achievement that I could feel at that time.
चलिए अब बात करते हैं थोड़ी सी आपकी अपनी शख्सियत पे.
मेरी शख्सियत
आप बताइएगा कि आपने आपका स्टडी बैकग्राउंड क्या था और आपने कैसे सोचा ब्यूरोक्रेसी में आने का?
Gee, I went to Murray Convent initially, and that was where it's a boarding school. It's like, you know, ab us zamane mein tha, boarding schools were really in at that time. It was a Christian school, and we had the sisters and fathers take care of us and educate us. Uske baad I went to London to study. I did my higher education from University of Portsmouth. Maine business degree kiya, I said business administration I studied. And then I came back to Pakistan. I started my own business. And
which business, please?
So yes, my father always had a textile mill. तो हम लोगों का हमेशा एक वो थोड़ा सा business minded था. Me and my brother are very good at it, alhamdulillah. But after a while, I felt that, you know, if you have something to give to the country, you should be part of it. And I always wanted to be, you know, I always wanted to do something, you know, that would benefit my country in the long run. So I think bureaucracy was one way to actually be part of international, you know, forum. So
लेकिन आपको क्यों और कैसे ख्याल आया कि मुझे ब्यूरोक्रेसी में ही जाना चाहिए? और भी तो बहुत सारी फील्ड्स हैं ना जहाँ पे आप पाकिस्तान को सर्व कर सकती हैं.
फिर ऑलरेडी मैंने बिजनेस किया था. आई डिड हॉस्पिटैलिटी एज वेल, आई हैड माय ओन रेस्टोरेंट एज वेल. तो मैंने काफ़ी प्राइवेट सेक्टर में अपने लिए काम कर लिया था. बट देन व्हेन इट कम्स टू, यू नो, see the two ways to serve your countries. One, you can come through politics, and the other way is bureaucracy.
Okay.
So politics, obviously, there's a lot of work and there's a lot of hard work, and I respect all the politicians. They do serve the country and they give their life for the people as well. And bureaucracy was I think the second option. So I guess.
women in bureaucracy, अगर सोचा भी जाए और बोला भी जाए तो काफ़ी ज़्यादा एम्पावर्ड फील होता है, सोच कर और बोल कर ही. तो आप इसके बारे में क्या कहेंगी?
देखिए, आई थिंक feeling empowered has nothing to do with your position or place. I think you feel empowered for what you do in your life and what you give in your life.
Of course.
Yeah.
When you feel empowered, तो I guess आपके अंदर एक अलग motivation होती है to serve the people, to serve the country and all that.
I think there's, for me, it's always been about satisfaction, and I feel satisfied when I can do something for common interest or something for the greater good. Or if somebody can benefit from anything I can do, that makes me happy and that makes me feel empowered. It could be something really small as well. It doesn't have to be at a large scale. So I think satisfaction comes from within. So whatever you do, whatever you give to the society and whatever you give to the people, that should make you happy. It could be even something really small. You could help someone off the street as well. But end of the day, I think you have to feel satisfied from within. So it's never been like a power thing for me, more like it's been of that, you know, I wish that people could see the Pakistan we come from, because I studied abroad and I felt like, you know, they always had this different image of our country, which obviously is completely false. Yeah, so I was really happy to host them in Pakistan. We were really happy that Pakistan got united, and you know, this was I think the biggest satisfaction that I could
आपने
achieve.
जैसे कहा कि जब आप पढ़ रही थी तो ऑफ कोर्स जो फॉरेनर्स हैं उनके बहुत डिफरेंट माइंडसेट है. ISC की जो कॉन्फ्रेंस थी उससे आपने कितना चेंज करने की कोशिश की इस माइंडसेट को?
I think ISC ki conference changed everything. You see, I would actually be able to share those with you, that some of the people who left our country said, amongst all the conferences that I've held, you know, and these are experienced people with, you know, 25 years or 30 years of being in the parliament. They said Pakistan's hosted this conference was one of the top best. Like literally, उन्होंने यही कहा कि this is one of the #1 conference that we've actually attended. So I was really happy that this changed, and everybody had this, like, you know, positive remarks to give. Nobody, despite whatever was happening in the country. So when they left with a smile. They left with good memories, and they wanted to come back again. And I know a lot of people who want to invest in Pakistan now. Yes, and then we actually
biggest success.
That's the biggest success. If my country
no
can
doubt.
develop for whatever we can do, that is the biggest success that I feel, you know, takes home.
आप चेयरमैन सेनेट के एडवाइज़र भी हैं,
जी।
तो आपको क्या लगता है ख़ातून मुशीर होने के नाते आपको किस किस्म की मुश्किलात या चैलेंजेस का सामना करना पड़ता है ऑन डे टू डे रूटीन?
I think it's not just being the advisor to Chairman Senate that आपको, I think that gives you a lot of protection as well, because you're an advisor to him and he's a very strong man. And लेकिन I feel हर field में there has to be issues that women have to face. Or even if not women, I think men also go through this. और जब हम बात करते हैं, we talk about progressive countries like America as well. I don't know if you know about the Me Too movement that started in America. So there was a movement that women who were being you know, having a difficult time in the work field. But तो मैं कहती हूँ ये तो दुनिया में हर जगह होता है. It's not just not in Pakistan. It could be anywhere in the world.
बट आप किस किस्म के चैलेंजेस का सामना करती हैं
I think,
और आप उनको कैसे कोप अप करती हैं?
I think as a woman you have to prove yourself to be better than everybody else, because I think आपकी हमेशा you need to justify your position all the time. I think men have it easy in that way that, you know, if a man gets the same position, it's easy for him because he's a man, so he gets away with it. But I think for a woman, she has to justify her place in the society, you know, and especially in the work field. So to be honest, they weren't like really challenges in a way. I think I was so absorbed in my work कि मुझे I did not even bother to, you know, think too much about the outside environment. I think मुझे मेरा focus सारा वक्त काम पे था.
You are such a very passionate person.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
हम बात करते हैं, अगर नौजवान जो हैं, स्पेशली अगर फीमेल्स ब्यूरोक्रेसी में आना चाहें, तो वो उनके लिए क्या रास्ते हैं, किस तरह से वो ज्वाइन कर सकते हैं ब्यूरोक्रेसी को?
देखिए, ब्यूरोक्रेसी जाने के लिए तो दे ऑब्वियसली एक तो वो आपके CSS के एग्जाम्स होते हैं. दे मल्टीपल वेज ऑफ ज्वाइनिंग इट, एंड इफ अ वुमन वांट्स टू, you know, she has potential and I'm sure she's educated, then the doors are open for her. All you have to do is apply for it, and of course there's multiple ways of joining it.
सही. आप मुझे ये बताइएगा कि अगर मतलब आपको क्या लगता है कि पाकिस्तान की पॉलिटिक्स में, ब्यूरोक्रेसी में और पॉलिटिक्स और ब्यूरोक्रेसी में किस तरह नौजवानों की जो शमूलियत है वो कितना ज़्यादा इम्पैक्ट क्रिएट कर सकती है?
I think यही नौजवान, we need the youth to be part of it, and they're the ones who are going to create the biggest impact, because future तो वही उन्हीं का है. They are the future leaders, and they're their futures who are going to be carrying the name of Pakistan. So I think what I'm really impressed with the youth of Pakistan, कि they're very progressive, they're very educated, and that's very important as well. क्योंकि हमारी I think literacy rate इतनी नहीं है जितना होना चाहिए, but जो हमारे bureaucracy है, I think they're very literal, they're very educated, and they're very refined. So I've learned a lot from them. Honestly.
जो ख़वातीन पब्लिक सर्विस में आना चाहती हैं उनके लिए आप क्या कहेंगी?
I think stick to your work. ठीक है, आप अपना काम करें. Don't bother what people are saying. Don't listen to everybody. Everybody has an opinion. Unfortunately, you can't control someone.
जब आप इंटरनेशनल फोरम्स पर पाकिस्तान की नुमाइंदगी करती हैं, तो सबसे ज़्यादा आप क्या पाकिस्तान को कौन सा पहलू उजागर करने की कोशिश करती हैं?
First of all, I want to show people that Pakistan is a very progressive, friendly nation. ठीक है? They're very open-minded, and they're very, you know, they're not as backward and as conservative as people want to show them. Okay, you have the best brain in Pakistan. You have the most educated people, and everybody in Pakistan is not what they want to show. जो मैं चाहती हूँ कि पाकिस्तान का एक soft image हो, that is one thing I really like to promote. And then the people that, you know, we are a progressive nation. जो my whole agenda is to, you know, internationally कि हम पाकिस्तान को जो promote करें, that people should come invest here, be part of our country as well, you know, and we have opened up doors for everyone now. Or more of an international cooperation के ऊपर I would like to work on that.
इंटरनेशनल जो इन्वेस्टर्स हैं उनको पाकिस्तान की तरफ कैसे अट्रैक्ट किया जा सकता है?
देखिए, सबसे पहले हमें सिक्योरिटी, इफ़ यू आर somebody who can protect your country, you can obviously protect their investment as well. तो अगर हम दिखाएं कि we are a secure country, in which we recently did जो conflict हुआ था हमारा, we did protect ourselves, we protected our country and we protected our interest. So there is no way कि हम उनकी investment नहीं protect करेंगे. In fact, they should come because पाकिस्तान में बहुत options हैं, ठीक है? And पाकिस्तान के अंदर growth की बहुत options हैं. So they should come and actually invest here, and we are there to facilitate them. अभी तो recently I think वो एक नई sort of platform भी हुआ है, which is just under one roof, SIFC, which actually promotes all foreign investment, और वो protect भी करते हैं आपकी foreign investment. So I think it would be a really good idea for the foreigners to come here, or for foreign companies to invest in Pakistan. And right after my conference, to be honest, मुझे बहुत emails आई हैं regarding this. I have a lot of people, big companies, I'm not going to name them, who actually want to develop and bring their money to Pakistan, regarding हमारे जितने rural areas हैं उन पे काम करना चाहते हैं. तो yes, that's one.
ओके, ख़वातीन क़यादत के हवाले से आप क्या कहती हैं, और ख़वातीन की नुमाइंदगी के हवाले से आपको क्या लगता है कि किस तरह से ख़वातीन की नुमाइंदगी जो है वो पार्लियामेंट में बढ़ाई जा सकती है, और क्या तजवीज़ हैं इस हवाले से आपकी?
देखिए, ख़वातीन की फ़र्स्ट ऑफ़ ऑल वी नीड टू हैव, लाइक आई सेड, एजुकेटेड माइंडसेट, ठीक है, प्रोग्रेसिव माइंडसेट, और थोड़ा सा हम लोगों को चाहिए कि सोसाइटी का जो वे ऑफ थिंकिंग है वो चेंज करना चाहिए, ठीक है. वी नीड टू मेक देम अंडरस्टैंड कि इट्स ओके फॉर वुमेन टू कम एंड वर्क, बिकॉज आई थिंक हमारी 51% population औरतों की है, and they sit at home and they're not contributing to the economy either, and they're all educated girls, and they just end up taking care of the house. That's fine, they should do that as well, but then if they can contribute to the society, to the economy, and this actually changes the mindset of the entire nation. तो हमें तो बहुत ज़रूरी है कि हम चाहें कि ख़वातीन जो हैं they should be part of Pakistan's economy, they should be part of Pakistan's policy making, they should be in every department, in every place. तो इसके लिए I think सबसे पहले we need to encourage women who want to come in the work field, or people who want to be part of a public sector. तो उनके लिए एक acceptance हमें चाहिए कि हम we should respect them, ठीक है. जो I think औरतों को सबसे ज़्यादा मसला होता है कि the minute in the public sector, a lot of people don't like that, ठीक है, because हमारा जो mindset है वो अभी भी थोड़ा सा I think that way is orthodox, that we still like the women to be staying at home, and we don't like women to be in that. So I think the mindset has to be shifted.
जब आप ब्यूरोक्रेसी की तरफ आ रही थी, उस वक्त आपको किस किस्म के चैलेंजेस फेस करना पड़े?
I don't know, to be honest. I didn't have much challenges to face, so I can't tell. I don't know how to.
क्या आपकी फैमिली में से ऑलरेडी कोई सियासत से मुंसलिक था?
जी, सियासत में तो हमारी फैमिली बहुत अरसे से है. आई थिंक भुट्टो के टाइम से. मेरे चाचा जो गुलाम मुस्तफ़ा खर, he has been there. My father was an MNA as well. All my uncles, they were part of the parliament and the government, and they've been in politics. Then my cousin also, Hina was a foreign minister. So I think हमारी फैमिली तो शुरू से सियासत से रही है. I think from the time I was born, all I saw was politics.
तो क्या आपको लगता है कि आपके लिए बहुत सारी आसानियाँ पैदा हो गई just because your family was already part of the politics?
देखिए, it does open up doors for you. I do understand that, because of being in that family background and having that sort of support and platform. But end of the day, it's not the doors that open up for you. You have to show yourself as well. You have to, be able to deliver. मैं तो अगर आ जाती just because of family background, if I had just come in bureaucracy and not been able to deliver, what was the point? I was just sitting there on the desk and doing nothing. So the end of the day, what I take home, I feel that despite the fact that things were not that difficult, they weren't that challenging, but the work itself was challenging. The work itself had to, and I had to deliver, and I think I felt I had a bigger responsibility to prove who I am and to everybody else. Because of coming from that background, it was, I think, much harder for me.
Of course.
Because there was this constant name attached to, she's so-and-so's daughter, and she has nothing to bring to the table. So I literally felt a lot of responsibility, and then I felt like a lot of burden on my shoulders that I have to deliver no matter what. If I don't, then what is my family's legacy? Because I was answerable to my, not just, of course I was answerable towards the nation, but I was also answerable towards my family as well. You see, when people come from certain backgrounds, people think it's very easy, right? But when you're in this position, you have to be always, everybody has eyes on you, right? When they have eyes on you, you have to prove yourself. And you have to work twice as hard, I think, than everybody else.
True that. Okay, what are your future goals?
My future goals are to do what's best for my country. I don't have any mission, or I don't have like any agenda or goals to achieve certain things. All I want to do is do anything that benefits my country.
Who is your ideal?
Living or dead?
आप कुछ भी कह सकती हैं आप.
Okay, I think.
आप लिविंग और डेड दोनों बता सकती हैं.
Okay, so I think I shouldn't say that, but I think मैं हमेशा हर चीज़ में, like if I have any problems or if I'm going through something bad in my life and something happens, I always open the Quran and I always take reference from there. या मैं हदीस देख लेती हूँ. So I think my only focus, ideal, or anything, anybody that you would say I would follow is the Prophet. जो उनकी sayings हैं, whatever he has, I would read his stories, and I do that to my children as well. मैं उनको हर रात एक कहानी सुनाती हूँ, so it builds their characters.
ठीक हो गया. आपके पसंदीदा पाकिस्तानी सियासतदान कौन से हैं?
Without a doubt, मेरे चेयरमैन साहब सैयद यूसुफ रज़ा गिलानी. He's all my favorite, and I think हमारे because family relations बहुत पुराने जाते हैं. He's very good friends with my father, with my entire family. उनकी great grandfather, हमारे great grandfather की दोस्ती है. So he's always been my ideal since I was a child. So मैंने तो I think बड़े होते सिर्फ उनको देखा, and we always saw him to be the best politician, because I think even though he's had so much power, he's been the former prime minister, speaker रह चुके हैं, he's very humane, he's very down to earth, and that's important कि वो हमेशा लोगों के बारे में सोचते हैं. He doesn't think much of him, doesn't focus on himself, but he always focuses on everybody else, और वो सबका ख्याल रखते हैं. So I think he's always been my favorite politician.
आखिर में आप क्या कहना चाहेंगी?
आखिर में सबको, अगर if you talk about women, I would like to say stay strong. Doesn't matter whatever comes your way. If you are on the right path, Allah will reward you for it. And don't look at people. Turn to Allah, even if the most difficult time comes into your life. And for Pakistan, I would like to say please stand united.
थैंक यू सो मच वंस अगेन. इसी के साथ हम इस एपिसोड का इख्तिताम करेंगे. मिलेंगे किसी और एपिसोड के साथ. अल्लाह हाफिज़.